God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to live.
Today's conversation challenges a belief many people still hold that real change only happens when help is familiar, close to home, and within your comfort zone. Because today, I'll be speaking to someone who came all the way from the Netherlands to complete an inpatient treatment program at First Step in Cape Town. Different country, different culture, different environment, same struggle. Addiction doesn't care where you're from, and sometimes a real recovery requires stepping completely outside of what's familiar. In this interview, you'll hear firsthand what it was like to leave home, commit to a structured inpatient program, and fully immerse himself in the recovery process. We'll talk honestly about the fears before arriving, the resistance in the early days, and the moments things began to shift. This isn't a scripted success story, it's real, it's human, and it speaks directly to anyone wondering if starting over, even far from home, is worth it. If you are a patient, a family member, or someone quietly losing hope after trying and trying again, the conversation matters. Let's get into it. I'll be calling you, let's say, John, for the sake of this episode.
Okay, that's fine.
You know who I am. You can call me
That's
Gabriel.
fine.
Yeah. So, are you comfortable talking about your experience with cocaine specifically and the effects it has had on you personally?
Yes, I do. Thanks for having me. Yeah, if I could only help one guy
Yeah.
get out of that stuff, then I'm glad. Then I'm happy, man.
Excellent, excellent. So, without going to any details yet, how did cocaine enter your life? Where did it all begin?
Okay, yeah, it started for me when my father died. I was 14 years old.
Okay.
He died at a young age, 50 years old. He died from cancer and diabetes. I was in jail that time, 14 years old. I got a sentence of 1.5 years. When I was in jail, the prosecutor didn't allow me to go home. He allowed me to go with 4 guards to say goodbye to him. He was on his deathbed in the hospital.
Oh.
So we went there to the hospital with 4 guards, armed, and my family was also there. All my family, they had to leave the building. They checked the rooms, they checked the bathrooms, and everybody had to stay away. Like I was 40 years old, so I was just a little kid.
Yeah.
They let me see him for a half hour and to say goodbye. When the half hour went away, they got me up, brought me back to the facility, and that was it. Next day he died, Allah yarhamah. And what they did was, like, they waited until the funeral. The funeral was in Morocco. They waited until he was when he's gonna get buried, and then they let me out, just like that. First, they didn't want me to go out, and I didn't understand why.
Yeah.
I couldn't go because it was 3,000 kilometers away. At the same time, at 3 o'clock, he was buried, and at 3:30, I was released from jail. So I resented everything what was from the justice system. I resented everybody. I hated everybody. I was so angry at the justice system, at people in general. And it took me to a bad place. At that young age, I couldn't cope with the emotions, the anger. It was so much. That's when coke came around. A friend of mine, he was with me the day, and he was selling it. At that young age, he was selling it, and he said to me, "Yeah, just try it. Maybe it would block your feelings. It would block your grief, your anger." And I did. So when I did, it was like, wow, this is the stuff for me. I could think straight. My feelings were blocked. Uh, yeah, I could see everything clearly.
Oh.
From that day on, I was hooked. I was sold. Yeah, that's how Coke came into my mind.
So it wasn't a gradual thing. It was the first time you tried it, hooked immediately.
Yeah, because I was coping with a lot of feelings and all that anxiety and thing, and Coke numbed that. The Coke numbed all that away, took it all away.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. Was it what? Just out of interest, was cocaine the first drug that you were introduced to, or have you been introduced to any other type of drug before?
Yeah, not really. I took a couple of puffs from a joint from marijuana, but it didn't attract me.
Yeah.
Before my father died, I was a good athlete.
Okay.
I was playing soccer. I was into sports. So no, not really.
Okay. Okay. Wow. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. So then if you could just move on to I guess, so now you started using the psychological effects and you're coming to realize, you would just mention now exactly what effects it had on you. So when you were using cocaine or when you were on cocaine, what did it do to your mindset at first? So at the beginning stages, man.
My mindset, nobody's gonna touch me anymore. Nobody's gonna come and break me like they broke me that day. My mindset was like, fuck everybody.
Yeah.
And they took my father away.
Yeah.
All the chaos in the house. I was with 8 brothers, so there was only chaos and violence, and Coke helped me really in that time to let it all go. Just be me. It was there to my troubles. It was there in my happiness. It was there when I was lonely. It was there when I was happy. It was there always. Yeah. So I clinged to that emptiness that I had in the days after.
Okay. So it was your method or your way of dealing with all of those.
Sorry?
It was your way of dealing with everything that was happening in your life.
Yeah, it was numbness. Yeah. That's exactly what I needed.
Yeah.
At that time.
Yeah.
It was, and there was nobody who I could go to and just tell my story or go to when I needed some emotional help. Go to grieve together so they can help me. I was just a little boy.
Of course, yeah.
So, yeah, it was my friend, my partner, my brother, my sister. It was everything combined.
Yeah. Just for interest, how many years did that continue for?
That was at 40 years old, and I was an active addict for 26 years afterwards.
Okay. No breaks in between?
I was 16 years in jail from that time. That was the first time I went to jail. Yeah. After that, it was only downhill.
Yeah.
After that, I wasn't outside for more than 2 months.
Oh, okay.
I'm 45 years old now.
Yeah.
And I wasn't out even for 2 months. After 2 months, I went to jail for 2 years, 4 years. My biggest sentence was 8 years.
Consecutively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And those sentencing all started happening. You said you were arrested at first when you were 14. And that had nothing to do with the drugs before that.
No.
Then you got into the drugs. and it sounds like it just got worse from then onwards.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. After that, I was just lost in everything, in money, and yeah, be independent, wrong friends, yeah, just doing all the wrong stuff, uh, fight a lot because I was an angry boy. I was a very angry boy,
Yeah.
and you couldn't speak to me normally. I was always the one who were hit first, then ask later.
Yeah.
Hit first, ask later.
Okay.
Nobody could touch me then.
Yeah.
So yeah, it went on like that, and it only got worse.
Yeah. I mean, I can imagine the elephant in the room. I would like to ask that because I can imagine the viewers that are watching this. They might want to know what was the reason why you got arrested at first. And at the beginning, there was no drugs involved. You don't have to share it, of course, if you don't.
Sorry?
The reason why you got arrested first?
The reason why I was arrested was I was with a friend.
Yeah.
We were working on a bicycle, on a scooter. Sorry.
Yeah.
On the way back home, he crossed somebody at the road. Hell's Angels. Yeah, it was from a club, Hell's Angels, or.
Okay.
So when we got at my place, I wanted to go in the door, and behind me they stopped the car. They stopped. The two guys came out and started to beat up my friend. And instinctively, it was like I had a blackout or something. I went inside. I went to the kitchen. I got a knife. I went to the living room. I said to my father and mom, whatever happens, stay inside. I went outside. I started stabbing.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So yeah, and yeah, I went to a psychological review and everything. They said it was a blackout. It was yeah.
The anger caused the blackout.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard some stuff like that.
So, but yeah, the friend he got 4 months because I didn't rat him out, and I got a year and a half. The guy who was stabbed had a collapsed lung. Yeah. He didn't die. Yeah. But it was very severe. It was like 5 stabs in his back. Yeah. So it was very severe, and he gave me a year and a half. Okay.
And I was age 14, teenager, just coming into the teenage years.
Yeah.
Okay, understood. And before that, I mean, at that time, like you said, you were an athlete, you were always busy with good things.
Yes.
And something like that just completely changed.
I was getting paid for football. I was in a high league.
Oh, nice.
I was enjoying sports.
Yeah.
And I was a difficult boy, I had to say that. Mm-hmm. I was a difficult boy, but who's not at that age? But yeah, I was into sports and I was focused on sport. And when that happened, it changed everything for me. It changed everything.
Yeah.
Night day.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, it stands out for me, the decision to use drugs at that moment, and just as much as the decision before you got sentenced, what happened there, just a small little situation that can change your entire life.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow. And the one leading to the other maybe as well, because it was just a roller coaster of events that happened thereafter.
Yeah, before my father died, like, I knew I did something wrong, but I was fully aware of that.
Yeah.
I wanted to help my friend.
Yeah.
And I did that with a clean, polite side. It wasn't good. But I realized that I put myself in. My father called me up. He said, "Hey, listen, you have to come. Police are here." And I came and I accepted it. And yeah, but after that, when my father died, it was like, who's gonna pick me up now? Why this?
Yeah, it is. I'm really sorry to hear about that, John. I clearly am. Okay, so psychologically, it had that effect. It gave you confidence. I can imagine you said that you forgot about the all the things that you are going through, that you've been through. So it gave you a false sense of uh, reality, I would say.
Yeah, but at that time, not. At that time, I thought this is reality for me.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
This is reality for me. The chaos, the violence began to worsen.
Mhm.
The feelings more shut down.
Yeah,
Uh, it gave me a sense of achievement, of confidence,
yeah,
a sense of I don't need nobody.
yeah.
I can do it all by myself. Uh, and that's what I needed at that time, I thought.
Of course, yeah.
Uh, Thinking back, yeah, it was a dumb false thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think your situation is quite unique in the sense that your father was not around eventually. Like he meant so much to you. It's taken away. You start using drugs, and I mean, I look at the average story about addiction. I mean, no parents wants the children to be on drugs, right? So whether our parents are there or not, when we use or when the person is using, it's as if they're not there. So did you look for role models elsewhere, or how did that work that you started?
My role models were my brothers. I looked at them as they were also very bad people. I have to say that.
Yeah.
They kijk, we were 8 boys, 1 girl,
Okay.
9 children. Of
You
of
were
the
the.
eight, huh?
How old were you? Were you the youngest?
That was the middle.
The middle. Okay.
I was the middle.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that was, yeah, I was just like the middle.
Okay.
And I always looked it up. They had a lot of money.
Mhm.
Always, the people respected them
Yeah.
outside. Everybody was afraid of me, not because of me, because of my brothers.
Okay.
After that, in a later stage, I realized that. But yeah, I took them as my role model because they were tough and they were like they had anything. But I didn't see the misery. I didn't see the chaos,
Yeah.
the destruction. I didn't see that at first.
Yeah.
That came later. That
Yeah.
came later on.
Okay. But at that time, it is something that you were dealing with.
Sorry?
You were busy. You saw the chaos and all of these things in your
I
life.
saw it, but
In your life, at least.
but I had the cocaine to
Yeah.
just keep me relaxed, just because people do it for a high. I did it also a little bit for a high,
Yeah.
but more to block myself
Yeah.
because there was so many chaos and in the streets I had to be tough. I always had to be respected and I couldn't let my guard down. So Coke was there to keep always my guard down and sharp and
Okay. Okay. So then, at what point did you realize then that cocaine was no longer something that you were controlling? Maybe it had an effect of your life, or but something that it just had a negative effect on your life. When did you come to that realization?
yeah, I know what you mean. For me, it came late.
Mm-hmm.
It came very late because I was a person that didn't give up. I couldn't accept that I was an addict.
Okay.
I couldn't accept that I couldn't manage it.
Yeah.
I couldn't accept that something had a hold of me.
Yeah.
I couldn't accept that.
Was the
I was
concept
a tough guy.
was it introduced to you?
Sorry?
Was it introduced to you that concept that you have a problem?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit, okay. Because I can imagine the circle that you had, the people that you were around. It wasn't like a big thing, maybe, or what?
No, my brothers were all criminals. They were in drugs. They were in extortion.
Yeah.
Everything, God forbid.
Yeah.
And that was the environment I grew up in.
Okay.
It wasn't like I chose it.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
chose me.
Yeah. Yeah.
In a sense of way.
Of course, yeah.
We do our own choices, but there is.
That was your test.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Is it something that you had to figure out on your own, basically? That's what I'm. Did you come to that realization, like, nah, I need to stop? or
yeah, but
identify-
it took a while. It took me just like
when
now.
did it happen?
Yeah, it took me so much. It broke me down,
Yeah,
and still I couldn't believe I was hooked.
yeah,
Still,
yeah.
still I couldn't believe that I was an addict, because I always looked at people who were addicts, and they were filthy, and they were on the streets,
Down
and
and out,
I
yeah.
said to myself, never.
Yeah,
But in the long run, it took me over. That's when I realized. I looked myself in the mirror, and I'm from Holland, so I ran.
you
I
what?
ran away.
Ran away. Okay.
I was so ashamed and so lost that I couldn't handle the stress anymore. Not even cocaine couldn't do that, but because it broke me down in the sense of my physicality,
Mm.
my appearance,
Yeah.
my health, my manlyhood. And what did I do? I ran away. I took the first plane to Spain and just I let everything there, and I went to Spain. And there also I went through a lot of use. And the moment I realized it was the moment that I hit rock bottom. Uh, I was in Spain, and I was using the day before. I used every day. Every day. It was like waking up, using, having breakfast, after breakfast, using. It was embedded in my life.
Yeah.
There was no possibility to do it on your own. It was just like breathing.
Yeah.
So I was there, and one day I was talking to my kids who were affected, but they still talked to me that day, and they said to me, "Daddy, why, why don't you want to be our daddy?"
Wow.
He said, "Why are you there? Why did you run away?" And yeah,
It's okay.
there was a day I really knew that I had to do something. I I wouldn't get out of the room. Isolation took me in, and I didn't know what to do. Really, I didn't know what to do. And then yeah, that's the time and day
moments.
that I really thought, if I don't do something now, it's gonna kill me,
Yeah.
and I don't want to die. I've been through so much shit, been through so much chaos. I don't want to die after like this.
Yeah.
So that's when I reached out.
Okay. And reaching out, you went back from Spain. You traveled back.
No, I reached out to a rehab facility.
Oh, yourself? Through yourself?
Yeah, I was in Holland. I was talking to them, but hell no, that I just talking to them wasn't enough to get me over there.
Okay. Okay.
So
at that time, yeah.
when I said to myself, now I'm gonna seek treatment, I reached out to here to South Africa to a rehab. I don't know if it's allowed to say the name. To Hill House. I had a contact person there. I contacted him, and from there on out, everything came into motion.
Yeah.
They said to me, "Yeah, if you want to come, you're welcome."
Nice.
So I'm glad I did, and I'm glad they took me in because in my life, in my whole life, I never asked for help.
Yeah.
I wasn't that kind of man. I always wanted to do things my own.
Yeah.
So yeah, Hell House took me in, and then the journey began of soberness.
Yeah.
When I came in, it was like, what the fuck am I doing here? Really, I just the first day.
You didn't know what to expect. So I said, of course, you didn't know what to expect, right?
No, it was my first rehab after so long.
Yeah.
And I took a look at the people, and I took a look at the community, and I said to myself, hell no.
Yeah.
No, get the fuck out of no. Sorry about my language, but no. And
what was so unsettling? Why?
I said to myself,
You didn't belong there.
Bunch of weirdos here.
Okay.
I really said to myself, there's a bunch of weirdos. If I go to that community, I'm gonna be a weirdo also.
Okay.
So I called my wife. I had one call to make.
Yeah.
I called my wife, say, hey, honey, no, it's not gonna be this.
Yeah.
She really kept me there. She said to me, just try it.
Yeah.
For a couple of days. Yeah. After that, if you still do it, yeah, we see that.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was very hard.
Of course.
I will tell you, it was very hard.
Yeah.
Getting through the first week. So many things went through my mind. So many thoughts of the past, of the present. But I must say, they pulled me through.
Yes.
The team pulled me through. I didn't know what to expect. I just said to myself, hey, you know what? Just go with the flow.
Nice.
Go with the flow, and everything else didn't work. So why not this?
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
That sounds like some great advice for somebody that is going to rehab for the first time.
Yeah, first time.
It's going to be difficult. You're going to meet people from all walks of life, like you say.
Yeah.
And it can be very intimidating.
And
I mean, I can imagine the people maybe that were there looking at you. They were like, "Oh."
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
They were so anxious when I was around.
Yeah.
I had a posture like physically.
Yeah.
I had my face after that use all that long.
Yeah.
It broke me down also physically in the sense of my nose is now, I can't breathe through my nose.
Wow.
My nose is blocked.
Yeah.
I have a hole in my, how do you call it?
Yeah, the palate on top?
Yeah, my palate.
Yeah.
I have now a hole as size as my thumb.
Wow.
It's all because of the cocaine.
Yeah.
I can't hear.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what are all the physical effects that you have experienced? So, I mean, I will, if it's okay with you, take a photo of your nose to show people exactly what cocaine can actually end up leading you to. Okay, you're talking about the ears. What else? So you can't hear. What's with the ears?
I think 2 years before I came to the facility.
Yeah,
I was coping with cluster headaches.
So headaches as well?
Yeah, they call it cluster headaches.
Well, what is cluster headaches? What does that mean?
Cluster headache is, they describe it like if giving birth to a child is 7, then cluster headache comes in at 9 or 10.
What? Jeez.
So it's only this side, it's like a nervous system. There was breached.
Yeah.
In all of this time, all of the time of the use, it numbed me. I didn't feel anything.
Yeah.
But when I got those cluster headaches, I was down. I hated my life. I busted my head to the wall, but that was nicer than that.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, to take that pain away, you would rather feel this.
So I went to the hospital, and they said your upper upper sinus is blocked, so your head and your brain is not getting enough oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it gives a red alarm, like
I see.
this,
Okay.
the nervous system is all fucked up.
Yeah.
So my brain just says to me, and the nervous system just says to me, you have pain.
Yeah.
And I have no pain, but
And you feel pain.
yeah,
Okay.
because of the blockage.
Yeah.
So I had to have an operation.
Is that where it started, the physical effects? Was that one of the first things that you started experiencing? Was
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loose from the blood doses and the fucked up days that I was. I don't count that. I count the pain, the really
extreme.
physical pain.
Yeah.
Uh,
Geez, so there's a build up as well.
yeah. So I couldn't handle that anymore. If I had that, I would put a cloth on my head, like almost uh, almost 90 degrees
Hot. Okay.
hot.
Yeah.
So we could numb this side of my
Jeez.
brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got an operation done on my sinuses. They pull out every shit and they really were shocked by what came out. After the operation, the only thing that kept my nose straight was the wounds in my pellets and
Yeah.
so when they pulled out all the rubbish,
Yeah.
it collapsed.
Yeah.
It collapsed because it was clean, but the hole in my mouth was little and it began to grow.
Yeah.
But I went to the hospital. They say you have to be clean for extent of time. I think 6 months before we even touch it, because it's war inside. It's like war.
Yeah.
So I needed to get healed before I can do something about it.
Okay.
But it affected me like I can't hear. I'm sitting with you like 1 meter,
Yeah.
and sometimes I still can't hear you.
Yeah.
That is an effect of the nervous system just is broke down.
Yes, wow. Whew, that's extreme. Well, you've taken it to the extreme from what I can hear. And
Yeah, it is extreme, and I realize that.
what I am grateful for is that I am able to at least have this talk with you, and it hasn't affected you on the brain, the psychological aspect, because I have also seen drugs like cocaine affect people to the point where it's chronic on the brain. So where they are on medication, where they can't deal with conversations. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that. With coke comes a lot of other addictions. If you do coke as much as I did,
Yeah.
then you will not sleep. So you will find a way to get some sleep.
Oh.
Sleeping pills,
Yeah.
benzos, just painkillers, just anything so you can lay down.
Yeah. Wow.
That's the counter effect that it does. I was hooked on benzos for a long time. I ate them like M&Ms. Every time I wanted to sleep, I had to have benzos, because if I didn't have benzos, I would lose my mind.
Yeah.
I would get crazy. So
Every night.
every day, every night.
Wow. That's extreme. Yeah.
I bought them outside, and no pharmacy would sell them to me. It was too much.
Yeah. The amount that you were using. What was the dosage that you were on at night? Do you remember like that? The worst case, like
the worst case was that I ate a whole strip of benzos.
at one go just to get some sleep.
Just two, and didn't get sleep. 5 minutes later, again two.
Wow.
Because I needed to sleep. My mind was getting with the pain, and every time the addiction was so harsh that that was so stupid. It made me so stupid that after I took the 2 pills, I went and used.
Yeah.
So upper, then downer, upper, downer. It was so stupid, but that's the extent that I was looking at.
Yeah.
That was the
Yeah.
addiction that I was looking at.
Yeah.
So long and so much. It didn't care. I didn't care anymore.
You consider yourself lucky when it comes to the effects that it did not maybe have on you psychologically. I understand that you had the brain pain, and maybe that is where you ended up suffering on the nervous system with that pain,
Yeah,
that
definitely.
extreme. So rather having that instead of, like I said, with some people where they just lose their mind eventually. I mean, both cases is one we don't want to find ourselves going
No,
through. Yeah,
you don't want to find
wouldn't
out.
wish yourself on the worst enemy, you know. So okay, you spoke a little bit about your well, there was a little bit touchy, so you can go into it if you want to. So the family life, the emotional side. What effects did cocaine then again have directly on your relationships and how you showed up for people around you? I mean, you mentioned a little bit about the fact that you ran away from home. So I don't know, were you married? How long were you at home? Were you using at that time? Were you never at home? You know, just a small little bit of how cocaine affected that.
I was a guy with a lot of relationships. I was easy with the girls. I was having fun, lots of money, and just thinking that that was the life.
That was like, okay.
Yeah, I was always in a steady relationship, I think. Yeah, always. It's not a one night stand, so I didn't do one night stands. So, uh, yeah, my first real relationship with the mother of my kids, my first 2 kids,
Yeah.
I had 5 years relationship, and it was like a roller coaster. She had borderline,
Okay.
so she was like this and this,
Up and down, okay, yeah.
and I was a strong person in her mind, but it was only the code that did that.
Yeah.
So after a while, I was too hard. I was blocked by emotion. I didn't show my emotions.
Yeah.
I didn't show affection.
Yeah.
I was there, but I wasn't there. I was always out, always using, always have an excuse.
Yeah.
Always, and when she wanted to do something, I never went. It was like I didn't care. I stayed just in a relationship to have somebody, like a, like somebody to share the days with.
The kid
But
for you. Yeah.
yeah, but love or something, I didn't have that in me. It blocked it.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So when she got pregnant, my little boy was born difficult birth. He was upside down.
Oh.
We had to take him to the first aid
Yeah.
to get him out because it was too big. And then the trauma began again because he was in the couveuse. How do you call couveuse? He had to stay in the hospital for 4 months.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah, and we were there every day. After that, we went home. On the first day, she got sick. She had 41 degrees, the infection of the birth, and so we went back. And after that, I went 6 months again to the hospital every day because the child has to be always with his mother.
Yeah.
So, but with that relationship, I loved her so much. She loved me so much, but it couldn't stand.
Yeah.
It's just like, how are you gonna keep a relationship while your mind is not there? Your mind is not with her.
Yeah.
Your mind is not with your kids.
Yeah.
How are you gonna stay with it? And I didn't use in front of them. Never.
Yeah.
I never used in front of them. But it was so hard to keep it that secret. She knew it, but I didn't do it.
Yeah.
They all do it, but
Yeah.
I
You're
kept
not
that
gonna
little
admit as
respect
well.
to not do it in front of them.
Yeah.
But that was gone. This all my relationships. You have to know. Uh, you lose touch with reality.
Yeah.
If you have a relationship, it's just like another day in the office.
It becomes part of the daily
you don't
chaos, I
connect
guess.
with
Yeah.
that person. Never.
Yeah.
If somebody says I connected, yeah, you love her, but I knew that I was a hard person. I was numb for all those feelings.
Yeah.
Maybe it's from a trauma or not, but I was numb. So it affected my relation, all my relationship to the extent that I couldn't have a relationship anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then looking at everything that we just spoke about, if you could list some of the standout things that cocaine has taken from you personally. So if there was no cocaine in your life, what would your life have been like? So what has cocaine robbed you from, basically? Physically,
Took
emotionally?
away my pride, took away my physique, it took away my emotion, it took away my family, it took away the chance to live a normal life. That's the biggest thing, I think.
Yeah.
It took my dignity, took it away. I didn't care anymore. My physicality, a lot. It took more than I expected.
Yeah. Okay. And then what helped you to start seeing cocaine differently? I mean, we spoke about this a little bit, but was it more of an internal realization, something happening from inside, or was it seeing everything that was happening around you externally?
Yeah, I never been to treatment. It's my first treatment. It was my first treatment, and
Yeah.
I didn't know what to expect,
Yeah.
and I didn't know how I'm gonna feel, and I just I went with the flow. Uh, I was in treatment at the Hill House, and yeah, it became like with the sessions and the counselors and RAs and all of the boundaries there, all the rules. When I got used to those, it was a little bit easier. It was like you had some people that you could relate to. They can relate to you.
Yeah.
They helped me a lot with my anger management,
Yeah.
how to cope with that, and they treated me just like a human, and I didn't know, and I didn't understand why.
Yeah.
Why do they help me? Why?
Yeah.
Because in my mind was everybody's against me, and the world is a war.
Yeah.
Uh,
Same.
so yeah, that was a moment that I really thought about. Oh, it's a nice feeling.
That you're not alone.
Yeah, I'm not alone. I can speak out my word. I'm safe.
Nice.
Nothing can touch me, and I feel relief,
Yeah.
a lot of relief,
Wow.
and I didn't have that in my life.
Yeah. So, I mean, you said it was the external factors, everything that in your life external that brought you to a point where you could now reflect and feel safe to do so, and also express yourself. Are you? I mean, it's still a journey. We knew it to recover.
Yeah. I know what you mean. I got I got still a lot to learn because it's not gonna come overnight.
Yeah.
But what I learned, what I is just to I learned who I really am without substance, to live and to have a chance of a normal life without substance.
Yeah.
I have a chance to redeem myself with a lot of people who I hurt in those years.
Yeah.
Just to have, to be content and to have peace, and yeah, to have a goal in my life. Yeah, that's the biggest
Yeah. Yeah.
what goes through me.
Okay. Yeah, because now the goal of using has been taken away, so now you're introduced to all these new things, I would imagine. And focusing on what family, I'd imagine first
No,
again.
after treatment, like, the treatment is very intense.
Mm.
Here at first step also, it's like, here's a little bit easier because
Yeah.
here's primary,
Yeah.
and there I was in re-entry. So I did that primary. It's very intense. Re-entry is a little bit looser,
Okay.
but it it settles with your mindset. It changes your behavior, and you don't realize it. It just happens.
Okay.
Little steps.
Yeah. Step by step, day
They,
by day.
yeah, they give you the tools to manage a lot of things that I couldn't do myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
Nice.
So treatment really give me the tools that I can use when I go back to Holland. I still have to be focused on my recovery.
Yeah.
I have after treatment. I have to go to meetings. I have to speak to my sponsor. I have a recovery coach. So it's not like I'm done.
Yeah.
For me, it's just the beginning.
Yeah.
But it's a good beginning. And I'm confident in it because now I can make my own choices.
Yeah.
Without drugs, without cocaine, without the misery, without chaos, there's always gonna be difficulties, but I'm with a straight mind, so I can face them. I don't have to hide anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice, nice. I mean, so then what would be your message to others? If somebody was watching this episode now, and let's say they were busy experimenting with cocaine for the first time, what would your message to them?
My first, what came into me is, don't try before you die.
Yeah.
It can just instantly go from wrong to worse.
Yeah.
It's not something to do experimental. It's not something to joke around with.
Yeah.
It's not something that you can handle. Don't think 1 second that you can handle this, because I thought so either. And it took me 26 years to realize that.
Yeah.
And it broke me down to an extent. So what I want to say to all the viewers, or just, if you coping with something, trauma or something, you talk to somebody, go to somebody, reach out. Don't let it break you down like I did. It's gonna build and it's gonna break one way or another. So that's my message.
Yeah. And then what would be your so they are struggling with something. How would they go about asking for help and getting the help? What would be the best?
Kijk, these days you have social media.
Yeah.
You have everything.
Google what it is.
You don't have to go like physically at first. Because I wasn't like that also.
Okay.
The shame and the step to make that choice is a big step.
Yeah.
And it was for me the biggest step in my life.
Yeah.
So yeah, go to social media, ask friends, ask in your community, or there's always somebody somewhere that can relate to your story, or can relate to your feelings, or can help you in other way.
And these professionals, they now delicate the situation.
Yeah, that's very professional.
Okay.
I was surprised of the professionality.
Yeah.
I really thought, I'm going to South Africa, there's gonna be
downgrade.
Yeah, like
third world country.
No. I was happy surprised. that
Nice.
it was very professional, and the team that
Yeah.
that are working those programs, they are yeah, specialists. They're in their area, and you might say to yourself, I don't need that, but you do.
Mhm.
You do.
Mhm.
Whatever you take, you do.
Yeah. Yeah. Empty your
So,
cup.
yeah.
So would you say, all in all, that would be your how you would describe your experience here at the first step? It was professional, like you were saying.
Yeah, I was first at Hill House, and now my last,
Yeah.
my last week and a half, I was here at First Step. It's a very different approach,
Yeah.
but in all round, it's the same.
Yeah.
Do your steps. Let the community face you up a mirror. Be sober, but they do it here like they leave you a little bit because it's primary. They how do you call it? I have to put it for it. They respectively go ahead with the treatment. They really let the community do a lot of things for them. Like the community is the one who's gonna break you and make you. They will tell you how it is
Yeah.
in your face.
Okay.
The counselors, they just give you the tools to cope with a lot of things, with your feelings and so. They're not here all day long.
Yeah.
So that's first step, I think.
Okay.
And from here out, yeah, you can go to another facility. The first step is really the first step you make
I see.
in getting your recovery settled. Here, they listen to you. They observe you. They really the ticket to a treatment after.
Yeah. I see. I
So
see. So this is, like you said, literally the first step.
yeah, the
To
next
see where you're at, individualize to see where you're at, and then deal with it as it comes.
Huh?
So they deal with it as it comes. Is that sounds like that what you're explaining?
Yes, but you don't realize it. But here they're just calm, but very. They observe you a lot here. They recognize the things. They put it on writing. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for your honesty and courage to sit with me here today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Lovely, man. Thank you, brother.